Hello, this is DracoFlame67, and welcome back to the Tales of Symphonia Boss Tour Remastered. This time, we will be fighting the Sandworm. The Sandworm can be fought at any time after you've returned to Sylvarant from Tefeala through the Otherworldly Gate. And I've done this. You can see that I am in Triet right now on my Mania Mode file. And since I'm here, we might as well talk about what this boss generally entails. We can see that it is weak to water, and it says it resists wind, fire, earth, lightning, ice, and dark. That's not all there is to it. There are two things, I mean, even with all those resistances, which look scary, it's actually a little bit worse than that. Not only does it resist all of those things, it also resists non-elemental, which means that all non-elemental attacks, which by default are most physical attacks, they will be doing half damage as well. And that means light is the only element that does neutral damage to it. And on top of that, it is completely immune to fire and earth. So, going into the battles, definitely the only element you should be using is water, but if you need to use another one, then make sure it's light. We will talk more about the strategy of how to deal with this boss in a bit, but for now, I have to actually explain and demonstrate how we can even get him to spawn, because he's not there immediately. You have to do a couple of things to trigger it to show up. And I'm going to do this on screen on the Mania Mode file, since I've already done it on normal. Let's do it on Mania. So, here I am in Triet with per se as my avatar. So we know this is after coming back. So if we leave, we have two NPCs we need to talk to. I think this is the first one. A giant worm-like monster appeared in the Triet Desert and was attacking travelers. If you're going through the desert, you should be careful. So if we talk to him, then on the other side of Triet, if we talk to this person. There was once a priest of the Church of Martel who found a cursed sword, emitting a terrible evil aura in the Triet ruins. He tried to cross the desert in order to seal it away, but he was attacked and eaten by a giant monster. It's a bit of a tall tale, though. So after talking to both of those NPCs, if we leave Triet, we'll see in the distance there is what looks to be an affection circle. That's not an affection circle. That is actually where the Sandworm is. And I will fight the Sandworm on Mania later. For now, I'm going to switch to the normal mode file and talk about how we're going to prepare for this boss. Alright, so here I am with the normal mode file, and this is how I've prepared for this fight. So, I have Lloyd, Zelos, Genus, and Rain. Lloyd is going to be my main attacker. Zelos is a secondary attacker, and Genus using long-range magic in order to deal range damage, and Rain as my main healer. The main reason I decided on Zelos as the secondary attacker as opposed to Sheena or Presea or Colette is because of that weakness to water, Lloyd can be given the Aquamarine in order to deal super effective damage to it. We don't have a second copy of the Aquamarine, and we also do not have the gemstone that gives light element damage, because we don't get that until Luna fairly later on. So we want a weapon that inherently has water damage, especially because it resists non-elemental. And the Aquamarine is the strongest one that we have that's not... it's the strongest one that we have. The Aquamarine is considerably stronger than the Card of Water. Alright, we see Sheena's attack would be 387 with the Card of Water. Meanwhile, Zelos's attack is 622 with the Aquamarine. Actually, even if we remove the warrior symbol, 598. Yeah, it's still better. Let's put the warrior symbol back on. Alright, so this means Lloyd and Zelos both have water element damage. We'll be doing extra damage up close. Genus, regarding text, Genus, I am only allowing the use of spread. Tidal Wave is available, but I'm not sure how Tidal Wave's hitbox interacts with the Sandworm, because the Sandworm will burrow underground every so often, and while it's underground, a lot of spells and all physical attacks just cannot hit them. Spread will hit enemies that are underground. That hitbox actually, the hitbox for spread actually extends underneath the ground, and Genus can hit enemies that are underground with it. I think, but don't quote me on this, I think Photon can also hit underground enemies too, and we'll bring them back above ground, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I have Rain able to use Field Barrier as well, so that everyone's defense can be increased. Which will help take some of the attacks, because the Sandworm hits really, really hard when it comes back up. Also considering Tex, given that the Sandworm is immune to fire and resists non-elemental and lightning, I've only enabled the techs that are not that don't have elemental or non-elemental properties to them. So Zealous can only use Sonic Thrust, Light Spear Cannon. I've given Fierce Demon Fang as an alternate level 2, even though I think Fierce Demon Fang is I don't remember if it's hard-coded as non-elemental. I know it can be turned into Grave Blade if you have an Earth Element damage and you've used it 200 times, but I don't know if the regular Fierce Demon Fang can be made elemental or not. But I still would prefer him using Fierce Demon Fang over Supersonic Thrust. So yeah. So those are for his techs. And Lloyd, I still need to get his Hunting Beast to 50 uses, so that he can use Tempest Beast and Beast Sword Rain. So I'll be probably doing something like Tiger Blade, Sword Rain Alpha, Hunting Beast. Anything about X skills? No, same X skill setups as before. I don't need to talk about unison attacks for this fight because the Sandworm is immune to them. It's a very, very big enemy, and I think it's probably just due to coding limitations and how unison attacks work. But the Sandworm can, if you try to use a unison attack on the Sandworm, it just will not work. So don't bother. Yeah, I think that's it. Talked about techs. I'm going to be using Lloyd to deal a lot of damage up close. Genus will be doing damage from afar with spread. Rain will be there to heal and buff defense with Field Barrier. And Zelos will help Lloyd in melee with the Aqua Brand. And if I need a second healer, he can do that too. Alright. That explains the preparation for the fight. Let's get into the battle.
Look at this big... Big guy. I got it! No way! Round! Spread! Found your okay? First round! No way! Take! Tiger Blade! Round! Ready for this? Speed! Spread! Take! Healing Wind! Take! Tiger Blade! Sword Ready? Hunting Beast! Field Barrier! Ready for this? First aid! Round! Get him! Spread! Don't get hurt! Ready for this? Take! First aid! Tiger Blade! Round! Hunting Beast! Spread! All talk, no action.
Alright, so that was the battle on normal. It was not very difficult. If you have Aquamarine and spread and enough healing to offset the when he comes back up, should be very straightforward. The battle on Mania, probably a similar strategy, but we need to tweak it a little. Okay, so here I am with the Mania Mode file. You'll see that my party is slightly different. Instead of Lloyd, I have Persea. The only reason for that is because due to the restriction on this challenge, I want to be getting lower hit counts on my Mania Mode playthrough, so that they get less bonus experience. Because I cannot have my Mania Mode team end up with a higher level than my normal mode team. And Persea's combos aren't they're not as long as Lloyd's are. Anyway, let's talk about equipment. You'll notice if you looked at the normal mode battle, you can see that when someone got hit by the sandworm on its way up, it did about half of Rain's health. Yeah, took out about half of Rain's health. So I figure on Mania it will probably be a one-shot unless the characters get more health. To that end, I put a black onyx on everybody. So everyone has 30% more health. And in addition, Rain, since she's the healer and knows resurrection, she's the most important one to keep alive. I put the protect ring on Rain so that she will resist non-elemental damage, which the sandworm has non-elemental damage. So that will cut the sandworm's damage in half on her. While it's not as good as the Protect Ring, Genus has the Blue Talisman, and Zelos has the Guardian symbol for similar defense boosts. Still with the Aqua Brand, and Persea has the Aquamarine instead of Void. You will notice that Perseia's weapon, however, is not the Bardiche, which is the strongest weapon that I have in my normal mode file, and it's not even the Halberd, which you can buy at the Altamira shop. It's the Pow Hammer DX, a joke weapon. And since I inherited gold, I went ahead and rebuilt Lewin up until the point where the weapons shop returns and is upgraded, and got the joke weapons. Since these weapons are technically available as soon as you return to Sylvarant, but you need to get a lot of gold in order to get them, and in order to rebuild Lewin to the point where you can buy them, and then buy them. And on the normal mode playthrough, we don't have that kind of money yet. So I can only take advantage of this on the Mania Mode file. I've given the Pow Hammer DX to Perseia. We can see that it has quite a bit more attack power than Halberd. Has more accuracy, though, and it also comes with a luck boost. Though that is the only one I've actually equipped to them. I still have Aquamarine on Zelos, and I still have Shining Star and Ancient Rod on Rain. The reason is because Genus's and Rain's joke weapons, they have lower intelligence boosts than some of their other weapons. So the Deck Brush has less intelligence boost than Ancient Rod, and Phantasmagoria has less intelligence than Shining Star. And I still want them to be doing as much damage as possible with their spells. Though, because it boosts defense, I wouldn't mind equipping them for the increased defense. I might do that if I lose my first try at the Sandworm on Mania. I think I will swap to the joke weapons, thinking about that. But I'm pretty sure the Black Onyx and Blue Talisman or Protect Ring will be enough to take the hits. Speaking of which, I think it's time to enable Revitalize. I think I'm gonna need it if multiple characters get hit with the same with the same attack, then I'm gonna need healing. I'm gonna need a lot of healing really quickly. Revitalize has less of a delay than Nurse, and is Field Barrier. Give them Field Barrier too. Zelos has the same deal as in the normal fight, except I've enabled Demon Fang, and he knows Demon Spear. Genus and Rain are on randomize their quick spell. Zelos, I have him on Vitality, so he has life up, but that's incidental. I just want to give Zelos more health. And then Perseia, I've forewent Vitality for dash. So Perseia should be able to run from the Sandworm's attacks. And the level 3 I've made P-Charge, so if we hold, it says the X button, but I think on my control setup it's the A button. If you hold it, it will increase attack power. That's something that Perseia can do while the Sandworm is underground in order to increase her damage for when it comes up. Though if we're going to be using Perseia, we have to be careful about what text we're going to use. Because the entire Destruction series and all of the devastation moves, aside from the basic devastation, are Earth element, and the Sandworm is immune to all of the Earth hits. So I've given Persea a setup that uses all that does not have any of those moves in her kit. So just devastation on neutral, endless infliction on up, punishment on down, rising punishment on sideways. I have beast on right trigger, but I'm pretty sure beast is hard coded as non-elemental. And if I think Genus can get away with a tidal wave, I have it on left trigger. Even though, again, like with the normal mode fight, I want Genus using spread. I think that's it for preparation. Let's get into the battle. Assuming I win and I don't switch to the joke weapons on Genus and Rain.
Photon! Here I come. Endless
Sonic
infliction.
Light Spear!
Drown.
Demon Spear!
Spread! Light! Photon! Was that a bit too much?
Oh, that was much better. Worried about the hit count, but damn! Didn't need to use items at all. Yikes. Okay. So, yeah. So that's... yeah, so bringing Persea actually is the way to go, and, no, that health was 27,000. Yeah, I was on Mania. Yeah, so equipping Phantasmagoria was definitely the way to go. Genus took quite a bit less damage. Yeah, so that was the Sandworm on Mania. A joke weapon plus P-Charge did a whole ton of damage. You can also notice that we get one All Divide after this fight, and we also get something else after this fight. Looks like another one of the Devil's Arms. Why is it here in Sylvarant? Yes, you need to beat the Sandworm to get one of the Devil's Arms. Alright, so, having shown that, this has been Drake with Flame 67 with the Tales of Symphonia Boss Tool Remastered. I will see you in the next fight. Till then.